Hello race fans, and we are here. This is the start of the NASCAR SEGA Cup Series All-Star Showdown. Now, there's only going to be 20 laps, and we have no pit stops. You do not have to make a pit stop here. And these guys are going to be ready. There are going to be two segments of this thing. One with pit stops and one without. The first segment is without, and the second segment is with pit stops. So we're going to have to check and see what these guys are going to do, as we're about to have those famous words in motorsports.
Drivers, start your engines!
But just like when we talked about the transporter, at the end of pit road, the last pit box is a timing line. So the last white line on pit exit is the line. Big thumbs up, my friend. Have a good time.
As the cars are rolling off pit road, here is your starting lineup for the NASCAR SEGA Cup Showdown. Well, now that we have the starting lineup out of the way, here are the rules of segment 1. You do not have to make a pit stop, and whoever drops out of the race, they are out. Plain and simple. If you retire out of this race, you are done. And the finishing order of this event will be the starting lineup for a segment 2. Now, segment 2 is only going to be 10 laps. Segment 2 is only going to be 10 laps. The first segment is 20 and the second segment is 10. As the pace car is now going off the track, Jared Wakefield, Rhett Yates, Jay Wakefield, and Aaron Williams. That is your top 4. And the green flag is out. The green flag is out for the NASCAR SEGA Cup Series Showdown. And oh man, Jared Wakefield, he got a rocket star off the line. He's going to have his brother right behind him in the 10, and Andrew Sidney. And oh man, Andrew Sidney, he's glued to the back of that 10 car. But don't count out Christopher Martin, because Christopher Martin, he ran the fastest lap in the practice session. And oh man, some of these cars are getting a run off the outside line. Leading the first lap is going to be Jared Wakefield. Second is Rhett Yates, and third is Aaron Williams. Aaron Williams, he is on a mission of retribution after what happened to him at Darlington, and he is staying glued to the back of the 51 car. Fourth is Rhett Yates. Fifth is Andrew Sidney. Sixth is Jack Richards, and seventh is Christopher Martin. Eighth is Red Bell. Ninth is Hayden Klein. Rounding out the top 10 is Michael Norman in that 00 car, and we see Dylan Posey trying to break away in 11th. But oh man, he is stuck on the high side. He really needs to get away from there. And oh man, we're having a battle for second. Ray Yates and Aaron Williams. And Aaron Williams, he's moving to the inside, but he doesn't have any help. Jared Wakefield, he's going to keep that lead. Remember, there are no pit stops, but cautions are still in effect. As we now see Jake Smith breaking away in that 40 car. He's right behind Michael Norman. He's barely in the top 10 right now. As we now see Andrew Sidney, he just got kicked up to the high side. And we got a new leader, Rhett Yates. Rhett Yates just took the lead from Jared Wakefield, and the Wakefields, they're stuck on the high side now, because here comes Jack Richards in that special Halo 4 car. Let's ride on board with the 20. Oh, caution's out! The caution just came out! The caution just came out! Oh no, and it's for, oh man, it's for Paul Stella, and I think Rohit Vada review. I don't know, is anybody on pit road? Nope, it's just for the 32, and leading them to the line is gonna be Rhett Yates, then followed by Jared Wakefield, Aaron Williams, Jack Richards, and Andrew Sidney. That is your top 5. Let's take a look and see what happened to 32. Oh man! Oh man, we got a big wreck in the bag! Christopher Martin! Whoa, what the hell was that? Oh man, he got turned by somebody. Uh-oh. I think somebody's trying to sabotage Christopher Martin. We're gonna have to check and see who turned him. And oh man, Christopher Martin has damage, and I think he's gonna go to pit road. That's not gonna be too good for the 33. We're gonna have to take a replay of that. Well, here is what brought out the caution. Paul Stella, he was hooked to the back of Tony Blazer, and he turns himself and Tony Blazer. Tony Blazer goes in the grass, but then Paul Stella, he gets turned by the points leader Ryan Acosta. And Paul Stella, he gets hit by James Qualls and Rohit Vada review. And man, James Qualls, he was on 2 wheels, but he managed to keep going. Paul Stella, Rohit Vada review, and Lyndon Wright are involved in this. And oh man, I don't know what Paul Stella was thinking. He tried to turn the 78, but he ends up getting turned himself. Wow, real bad driving by the 32. Now here is what happened to Christopher Martin after they crossed the start-finish line for the caution. Apparently, Zohar Monad and Charles Jackson get together, and that forces both of them under the apron. And oh man, Charles Jackson, he came up right on to Christopher Martin. Then that's how he got turned. And oh man, I think he got slammed by his own teammate. Yes, he did. Oh man, Christopher Martin, he got hit by his own teammate. I don't think he's gonna be too happy with Charles Jackson after this. And then he gets another hit from Hayden Klein in the 23. And oh man, Matthew Daly and Dylan Young, they had to split each other. But oh man, Christopher Martin, he got back in the place where he crossed the line. But is the damage enough to ruin his chances? I don't know. We're gonna have to check and see. So stay tuned. And here we are back at Charlotte with 1 lap to go on the restart. The cars that retire out of the race are Rohit Vada review and James Qualls in the 70. So James Qualls, he's gonna have to prepare himself for the Coca-Cola 600 because he just got eliminated from the All-Star. So in 2 weeks, he's going to return back to his number 56 Toyota Camry. Alright, here's our top 10 so far. Rhett Yates, Jared Wakefield, Aaron Williams, Jack Richards, Andrew Sidney, Red Bell, Jay Wakefield, Michael Norman, Jake Smith, and Tim Feigl. That is your top 10. Now Christopher Martin, despite being damaged, he did not come down pit road. But is the 33 going to be up to speed? We're going to have to find out. Now the top 2 transfer spots, they're being held by Jared Wakefield and Rhett Yates. And we're going to restart with 11 laps to go. A lot can happen in 11 laps. As the pace car is back on pit road, the green flag is back out at Charlotte. And Rhett Yates, he's trying to do whatever he can to run away with that lead. The top 10 is single file so far, and I think a car back here is slow. They almost went 3 wide back here. And oh man, it's Tim Feigl. Tim Feigl is slow. Oh man, bad luck continues for the 27. Oh man. top 4 were single file, but now here comes Jack Richards on the inside. He just took it away from Aaron Williams. Now Andrew Sidney, he's gonna try to make his move on Aaron Williams now, but he has no drafting help. Well, the top 3 are very close together. Red Yates, he's gonna try to defend every line, and Jared Wakefield, he's in that final transfer spot, and oh man, he forces Jack Richards on the high side. Now he's going for the lead, and he's bringing Aaron Williams and Andrew Sidney with him. But Red Yates, oh man, he tried to get some drafting help from Jack Richards on the outside. And that is going to keep Ray Yates in the lead. And oh man, now Andrew Sidney, he's forced on the high side. Jay Wakefield and Jake Smith, they're trying to get in this battle. As we cycle through the field right now to see who's where. And oh man, yes indeed, Tim Feigl, he is way out the pace, and he is holding up Steven Gonzalez in his special Aaron's paint scheme, and oh man, that has got to be a real heartbreaker for Steven. Still keeping the lead is Red Yates, and now in the second transfer spot is Jack Richards, and the caution's out. The caution is out. Oh man, Big Red, Tim Feigl, Seth Cole, Sam Young. Oh man, Big Red. Oh, Charles Jackson. Oh man, Richard Johnson, James McLeod. Oh my goodness, Matthew Wheeler. Oh my God, Paul Stella again. And that is not what Ray Yates and Jack Richards needed to see. And I think we're gonna have ourselves a green-white checker. I don't know, but oh man, big wreck in the front stretch. Ray Yates is still our leader, and in the final transfer spot is Jack Richards. But oh man, and there's the pace car. Well, we have to take a look and see what happened, as we have a huge wreck in the front. Okay, here's what brought out our second caution, and I think we're gonna have a new rivalry set in second cup. Charles Jackson and Kurt Morton. And Kurt Morton, he hooks the 15 of Charles Jackson, and then Charles Jackson he just slid into the wall. Kurt Morton took Charles Jackson out. And then right there, Richard Johnson gets hit. Charles Jackson ended up flipping. James McLeod is in it. Tony Blazer's in it. Lyndon Wright. Oh man, Jake Rogers and Sam Young. He got a hard hit right there. As we see Charles Jackson, he's still flipping. And oh man, Matthew Wheeler. Oh man, Matthew Wheeler and Paul Stella. Oh man, Paul Stella would have missed it, but then he got slammed by Matt Wheeler. Then Tim Feigl, he got into Seth Cole. And Steven Gonzalez, how did he miss that? That is a lucky break for the 55. Both Tony Blazer and Jake Rogers made it through, but we're going to have to ride on board with the 55. But oh man, Paul Stella, Matt Wheeler, James McLeod, Tim Feigl, Sam Young, Seth Cole, Richard Johnson, and Charles Jackson. They're done for today. Let's ride on board with the 55 and see what he saw, because that was some incredible driving. Okay, here we are riding on board with Steven Gonzalez. This is what he saw. And how in the world did he miss all that? He nearly gets clobbered by the 32 of Paul Stella. But Steven Gonzalez made it through. His hope is not dead yet. Now here we are riding on board with Paul Stella. Now Paul Stella, he was so close to missing this, but then he gets slammed by the 41 right there. Oh man, but is he gonna be out of this race? I have no idea. Here's another spectacular save by Lyndon Wright. Lyndon Wright was dead in the middle of this, and he avoided every single wreck. How about that for the 21? And here we are back here at Charlotte, yes indeed, for a green-white checker. This is going to be the end of segment 1. After a green-white checker, then we will go on to segment 2, which is only going to be 10 laps. It's only going to be 10 laps. Now here's our top 10 rundown. Rhett Yates, Jack Richards, Jared Wakefield, Aaron Williams, Red Bell, Andrew Sidney, Jay Wakefield, Jake Smith, Michael Norman, and Hayden Klein. That is your top 10. And the cars out of the race now are Richard Johnson, Matthew Wheeler, Tim Feigl, Charles Jackson, Seth Cole, and Sam Young. They are out of this race, and they're going to have to prepare for the Coke 600. And Matt Wheeler, better luck next season, or the reserve drivers pool. But oh man, it all comes down to this for the end of segment 1. Rhett Yates, Jack Richards, they are in the 2 transfer spots. The pace car makes its way onto pit road. We're having a green-white checker here at Charlotte. If the caution comes back out, the race is over. And the green flag is back out. Rhett Yates is still the leader, and Jared Wakefield, and oh man, he's trying to look for the he's trying to look to take away that second transfer spot. And oh man, Aaron Williams, he got forced way high. But Jack Richards, he got back on the bottom and he's trying to look for the lead, but Rhett Yates is trying to get that run out the outside, but he can't do it. We're coming to the white flag now. We're coming to the white flag, and it's still all about Rhett Yates. Rhett Yates is dominating, and he's trying to represent for Twin X Racing after Seth Cole got taken out in that big wreck. Rhett Yates in the number 51 Monster Energy Chevy Impala. And we're having an intense battle for second. And Aaron Williams, oh man, Aaron Williams, he got a good run off of the high side, and he's cleared Jack Richards for second. The winner of segment 1 of the showdown, and it is going to be Rhett Yates. And Aaron Williams, he made his move too late. Rhett Yates is the winner of showdown segment 1, and he will start on the pole for segment 2. Second is Aaron Williams. Third is Jack Richards. Fourth is Red Bell. Fifth is Jared Wakefield. Sixth is Andrew Sidney. Seventh is Jake Smith. Eighth is Michael Norman. Ninth is Hayden Klein. And running out the top 10 is Dylan Young. But yes, Rhett Yates, the showdown's not over yet. Here's your official standings. We're gonna have 26. We're gonna have 26 cars in segment 2, which is only gonna be 10 laps. And yes, you will have to make a pit stop in segment 2 to make it interesting. If I can't get it, to 10 laps, it'll be 20 laps then. But yes, indeed, Rhett Yates, he has won segment 1. The following drivers are going to be in segment 2 after the top 10. Jay Wakefield, Dylan Poteet, Kurt Mortznick, Joshua Collar, Ethan Hamill, Zohar Mana, Cole Daly, Christopher Martin, Matthew Daly, Lyndon Wright, Ryan Acosta, Jake Rogers, Steven Gonzalez, Tony Blazer, Paul Stella, and James McLeod. Sam Young, Seth Cole, Charles Jackson, Tim Feigl, Matt Wheeler, Richard Johnson, Rohit Vada Review, and James Qualls. Better luck next time. This is going to be your starter lineup for segment number 2, and I've decided to make it 20 laps, so just to add some excitement. So I apologize. I'm still trying to figure out all the details here. But congratulations to Rhett Yates for winning segment 1, and hopefully he can win segment 2 as well. But remember, there's going to be pit stops in segment 2 So stay tuned for that, guys. And here they are, race fans, lined back up double file to get started with segment number 2, the final segment of the showdown. Can Rhett Yates go 2 for 2 and keep his lead? But Aaron Williams, he made a charge for the lead, but he was too little, too late. We're gonna have to check and see what's gonna happen here. Jack Bridges, he's gonna try to hang on to third. Jared Wakefield, he fell back on the final restart of segment 1. We're gonna have to see if he can rebound. Now we got two complete strangers trying to make an impact on the second cup as they take up road number 4. As the pace car is now on pit road, and here's the green flag for segment number 2. Rhett Yates, Aaron Williams, Jack Richards, Red Bell, and Jared Wakefield. That is your top 5. And Rhett Yates, he's already trying to run away with that lead like he did in the first segment. But Jack Richards, he's gonna have something to say about that. And oh man, it was almost 3 wide back there. Leading the first lap is Rhett Yates. Jack Richards has cleared Aaron Williams and Jared Wakefield for second, and we have a battle for third. And oh man, Jared Wakefield, he got a real good run. And here comes Jake Smith in the 40. Oh man, Jake Smith, this is his very first second cup start. How would it feel for him to get into the All-Star? But coming up behind him is Andrew Sidney in the 12. Let's ride on board with the 12. Oh, wait a minute. Wait. I think the caution's out. Is it out? Yes, caution's out. Caution's out. What happened? Oh, man, Tony Blazer. And oh, no, Lyndon Wright. Tony Blazer and Lyndon Wright. And oh, man, Lyndon Wright, he's done. Oh, man, that's a tough break for Lyndon Wright in that special Skyrim number 21. And Tony Blazer, oh man. Are these guys gonna take pit stops right now? It seems Rhett Yates is going to, and he is. He's coming down pit road. What about the others? Uh-oh. Oh man, Jack Bridges, he's staying out. Jared Wakefield is coming down, as well as Andrew Sidney, Aaron Williams, and Michael Norman, and many others, but a lot of guys are staying out. Jack Bridges is staying out. Jake Smith is staying out. Red Bell, Hayden Klein, Kurt Mortznick, Dylan Poteet, and Cole Dowdy, they're staying out. Uh-oh. Maybe they think it's too early to pit. But let's take a look and see what happened to Lyndon Wright and Tony Blazer. Well, here's what happened to bring out our first caution. Lyndon Wright and Tony Blazer, they're going 3 wide with Paul Stella, but then Lyndon Wright, he hooks the right rear quarter panel of Tony Blazer, and it sends both of them onto the wall. And look at that 21 car. He rode the safer barrier on driver's side as Tony Blazer just slides down the track. Lyndon Wright, he is going 75 miles an hour while on the safer barrier. And you know, this is a steep track. Once he stops, then he just starts barrel rolling down the track. Oh man, that is a real tough break for Lyndon Wright in the 21, as well as Tony Blazer back there in the 78. But Lyndon Wright, He barrel rolls down the track twice, ends up back on his wheels, and amazingly, he's able to drive that car onto pit road and into the garage area. It's already been confirmed that both Lyndon Wright and Tony Blazer are out of the race. So they're gonna have to get their cars prepared and hope for the Coca-Cola 600, or see if they can try to get the fan vote. Here we are, back here at Charlotte with 1 lap to go on the restart, and Andrew Sidney, he is taking a late pit stop. I don't know if this is strategy for the 12, but he just surrendered second place, and now he's gonna be at the tail end of the field. And while we were on break, more cars took pit stops. Dylan Poteet, Jake Smith, pretty much everybody who stayed out on the first caution, and we're gonna have a new top 10 running order. First is Rhett Yates. Second is Jay Wakefield. Third is Zohar Munnard. Fourth is Christopher Martin. Fifth is Steven Gonzalez. Sixth is Ryan Acosta. Seventh is Paul Stella. Eighth is Jake Rogers. Ninth is James McLeod. And rounding out the top 10 is Jared Wakefield. So we are seeing pit strategy early, and this is just the All-Star Showdown. Imagine what the $1 million All-Star race is going to be. The All-Star race is going to be 20 laps and pit stops as well. So this is just a preview before we see the big names in the second cup go at it. But Rhett Yates and Jay Wakefield, they're gonna try to race their way into the All-Star race. We have to check and see as the pace car is now back on pit road, and we're having the green flag back. And oh man, Christopher Martin, he's already looking to the inside right now. He just took away third from Zohar, as Steven Gonzalez, he has a bumper full of Ryan Acosta. Ryan Acosta, after nearly winning last week, he needs to race his way into the All-Star, hopefully. Let's ride on board with the Granger Ford. Now, right now, Ryan Acosta, he scores on the outside line, and he almost got a run, but he had to back off. There's Paul Stella under him in the 32 car. Well, right now it's a 3-car breakaway. Rhett Yates, Jay Wakefield, and Christopher Martin. Now Jay Wakefield, he's gonna go for the lead. Jay Wakefield, he's the first person to challenge Rhett Yates all day, and Rhett Yates, he's trying to get a run off the outside line. Will he get it? I think he will. Yes. Wow. Oh man, that 51 car, it just looks very powerful. He may be someone to look at. I don't know. As Christopher Martin, he's starting to drop back a little bit. He might lose third to Steven Gonzalez. Now Steven Gonzalez, he finished third last week at Darlington. What an insult it would be if he would finish third again. As Paul Stella, he's still running in fifth. Jake Rogers is sixth. Michael Norman is seventh. Zohar is eighth, and we're having a battle for ninth between Aaron Williams and James McLeod. And James McLeod, he is indeed stuck on the house out. There's a 4-car tandem on the inside of him with Zohar, Aaron Williams, Matthew Daly, Ethan Hamill, and now Ryan Acosta's joined it. And Ryan Acosta, he's starting to drop back a lot. Now Jack Richards, he would have had lead if he would have stayed out, but he decided to pit on the second lap of caution. So right now he's showing in 15th as well. And all these guys are running close. And right now it's a 2-car breakaway for the lead. The final 2 transfer spots, Rhett Yates and Jay Wakefield, 2 Chevys. We have 4 Chevys and 1 Toyota in the top 5. Michael Norman's trying to represent for the Toyotas out there. In 5th, Steven Gonzalez is 6th. Jake Rogers 7th. And Aaron Williams, he just cleared Zohar for 8th. Zohar's 9th and 10th is Jared Wakefield. He's trying to get up there with his little brother. And Jay Wakefield and Rhett Yates, they're just running a 2-car tandem right now. We have less than 10 laps to go. Hopefully these guys don't have to pit again as we go to the rear of the field. Oh man, Andrew Sidney and Dylan Pote, they're still all the way back here. Jake Smith is back here. Cole Dowley, Kurt Mortzik, Red Bell. But still, it ain't over till it's over. And oh man, Rhett Yates, he's pulling away from Jay Wakefield. And Jay Wakefield has lost the draft, and that's gonna open the door for Paul Stella and Michael Norman. This is gonna be the real battle here if they can't catch that 51 car. Jay Wakefield is in that final transfer spot as we have 6 laps to go. Paul Stella and Michael Norman, they both had to sign up for this event. How would it be for one of them to get into the All-Star race? And they have caught the 51, and Jay Wakefield's trying to look under him. And oh man, they're trying to force Rhett Yates on the high side, but that 51 car, it gets good runs off of the outside like it did just now. But this is the real battle here for second for that final transfer spot, and Paul Stella is desperately looking under Jay Wakefield for it. And he's trying to get it with the help of Michael Norman, but Michael Norman backed off. I wonder why. Well, Jay Wakefield and Paul Stella are side by side for that final transfer spot. Michael Norman and Christopher Martin desperately need to chase him back down. Now, Jay Wakefield's trying to get a run off the outside, and I just saw Paul Stella going down pit road. Yes, I did. Oh man, Paul Stella, Christopher Martin, Jake Rogers, and Steven Gonzalez are going down pit road. And Jay Wakefield's looking for the lead. Jay Wakefield is looking for the lead, but Rhett Yates, he's not gonna give up. You know what I mean? These guys are fighting hard side by side. And oh no! And oh no, the rest of the leaders are pitting. The rest of the leaders are pitting, and Rhett Yates has a huge lead. Has a huge lead right now, and now the car that's in the final transfer spot is Jack Richards. Jack Richards is back in the front, but we have to keep our eyes on Rhett Yates. Is he coming down pit road? Yes, he is. Rhett Yates is coming down. How about Jack Richards? Yes, he is too. And Cole Dowley. Now Cole Dowley's in the lead. We're coming with 2 laps to go. Cole Dowley is in the lead, and in the final transfer spot right now is Jake Smith in the 40. Jake Smith is in that final transfer spot, and running in third, I believe. Running in third right now is Andrew Sidney. As we head back to Cole Dowley. Is Cole Dowley coming down pit road? Yes, he is. What about Andrew Sidney? No, he's not. Andrew Sidney. And Andrew Sidney, he's the race leader. And Andrew Sidney has taken the white flag. This is gonna be big for the 12. Remember on the final lap of the first caution, he pitted late. How would this be for the 12? Does he have to come down pit road? No, he doesn't. Winning the All-Star Showdown in the second cup is Andrew Sidney. He finally does it. He finally gets a win in the second cup. And coming in second, racing their way into the All-Star race, I'm trying to find out who is second. They're saying it's Cole Dowley, but I don't think it is. But there is our Showdown winner, Andrew Sidney. And I think second is Cole Dowley, actually. Is it? I don't know. We need to get confirmation. Oh, no, it's not. It's Jay Wakefield. Jay Wakefield finishes second, and he is in the All-Star race. He just beat Rhett Yates to the line. And Andrew Sidney, he's already off the track, but clinching the final spot for the All-Star Showdown, it's Jay Wakefield. But oh man, we might have to look at the replays for the battle for second, because Andrew Sidney, due to him pitting late, he didn't have to come back down, so he capitalized.